first Prep Spirit Awards were presented in November 1981 when the late Father John Browning, S.J., class of 46, then principal of St. Peter's, began this great tradition. It was Father Browning's hope that the awards would celebrate all that Prep represented. They also reminded us that heroes come in many different forms and that they should be recognized. We hope as well that all can see the good deeds in those that we recognize and use their examples to inspire their own work. As we celebrate our awardees, we celebrate the community that sends them forth and nourishes their life among us. Prep Spirit Awards are given to the young men who model for our entire community the qualities and values that define a Prep student, the characteristics outlined in our mission statement and the Grad at Grad, which speak about Prep's desires to form young men who are open to growth, intellectually competent, religious, loving, and committed to doing justice. That is, students, by who they are and what they do, give life to our community. It is hoped that we can pay particular attention to the unsung heroes among us.
This recipient is described as a creative, funny, and intelligent person. One nominator called him a firework, adding, "You might not notice his ascent through the sky. He makes personal victories in humble silence, but when a team win comes around, like the recent robotics win, he has enough energy for each person on the team." His explosive celebration of his peers is a trademark of his character, and our friend group wouldn't be the same without it. A faculty member adds that this prep student, quote, helps students understand something without any promise of recognition, end quote, and celebrates, quote, his skill to mature observations and recognition of the bigger picture, end quote. His counselor notes, quote, he enjoys learning about the fundamentals of how the world works, which he feels led to a greater understanding of life, the universe, and everything in between. His attunement, hunger for learning, and ability to put thoughts and feelings into action has resulted in this prep man making, quote, many great contributions to prep, both through introducing prep's first annual spelling bee and through creating a welcoming environment for underclassmen in the D&D club. He's always using his knowledge in the service of others. For this prep man's strong character, a man who fundamentally exists for and with others, always pushing for us to be in good company, a man whose mere presence positively imprints on those who find themselves in his orbit. We come together to say thank you by presenting this Spirit Award to the senior from Bayonne, Daniel Santos.
This Spirit Award recipient is one of the most recognizable faces of his class. Known for his warm personality and enthusiasm, this recipient is always seen greeting classmates, faculty, and staff with a smile. That consistent energy represents all that is good about Prep Pride. As a big brother, he makes it his mission to spread that love for Prep to underclassmen. He goes beyond the expectations of doing this at orientation and on Ignite. The student is always willing to lend a hand, from helping an underclassman with their schoolwork to assisting teachers in the hallways. You can count on him to stop what he's doing to aid our community. His love and dedication to Grandin Warren are best seen in the world of prep athletics. Although his skills on the field are seen in the spring lacrosse season, his dedication to all of prep sports is infectious and inspiring. His role as a commentator and contributor to the State of the Marauders podcast has especially marked his time at Prep. His exemplary work requires an incredible amount of time and energy, and he gives so much of both, graciously and enthusiastically. If he's not behind the microphone or jotting down game stats, you'll probably find him on the sidelines taking professional-grade photos which he'll immediately edit and share with prep athletes and supporters. For his unwavering support of St. Peter's Prep and his commitment to being a man for and with others, we proudly present a Spirit Award to this junior from Westfield, Ignacio Marro.
This recipient, a nominator wrote, is the definition of an unsung hero. The Spirit Award aims to celebrate the kind of silent selflessness, that helps others in all the ways one can, without helping oneself to the fame that may follow. This recipient embodies that virtue to its fullest extent. His commitment to excellence can be seen in the robotics workshop, where he leads the controls team in writing code and fixing bugs while teaching beginners and coaching fellow veterans to bring the team to victory. A teammate wrote, his dedication to the robotics team is both immeasurable and so criminally underrepresented. One can also find him in quite a different kind of workshop, the Chrome Depot. There, he spends many of his free periods helping fix broken Chromebooks and providing tech support to keep prep running. His dedication has inspired a nominator to be a better person for others himself. Another lesser-known contribution of his is his work as a Boy Scout, a role he's filled from a young age to help his community not just through code and Chromebooks, but also through community service. A nominator wrote, his dedication to Boy Scouts has allowed him to build upon what he has learned at prep with the greater community. Whether the technological terrors, the Chrome Depot, or his Boy Scouts troop, this recipient never stops making sacrifices for others. For all of this and more, we proudly present the Spirit Award to this senior from Jersey City, Zachary Scheiman.
As we mentioned at the beginning of every Spirit Award assembly, Father Browning created the Spirit Award to honor Prep's unsung heroes. This recipient is the epitome of a man for others, working to better the lives of those at Prep and those in his hometown. A nominator wrote, this recipient is one of the most honest people I know, and he always delivers on what he says. That is why, when he talks, everyone turns to listen instantly out of deep respect. He greets everyone with a warm smile and welcome, and anyone feels safe to open up to him and share what they may be thinking. Though he has many responsibilities on his plate, he is always ready to drop what he is doing and help out. Even now, I'm sure this recipient has no idea we're speaking about him. This recipient's co-curricular resume is tremendous. Participating on the water polo team and Italian club, establishing SPP Talks Cars, and working on the walkathon committee are just a few. This recipient even stepped up during my absence, selling raffle tickets, counting money, sending communication, and much, much more, essentially running our mission drive. He doesn't always practice what he preaches at Prep, he does so for his community as well. This recipient is a volunteer firefighter for the town of Rutherford, a truly selfless commitment. For his kind-heartedness, dedication, and willingness to help others, the committee proudly presents a Spirit Award to this senior from Rutherford, Nick Valente.
It is not easy to be a performance student athlete, and a year-round athlete at that. I'm sure many of you can relate to that. It mandates a rigid and unrelenting work ethic towards your classes, your academics, and your community as a whole. But the Spirit Award recipient manages to hurdle over such difficulties and flourish at Prep with flying colors. This recipient has a busy schedule, being a year-round varsity athlete, In each of these sports, though, he makes it his mission to work as hard as he can, not only for himself, but for his team as well. He works hard for the times he achieves, one of his coaches writes, and yet he remains humble. He's a type of teammate who steps up whenever necessary and gets the job done for the good of the whole team. He's recognized by many prep adults for his maturity and joviality. Whilst being a member of Prep's Ebony Club, alongside frequently volunteering for prep-related activities, he makes himself an important part of the prep community. Despite this recipient being accomplished, he still has time to act kind and courteous towards fellow teammates and peers. A nominator wrote, "I'm always so impressed when I greet him in the morning to see him smiling and genuinely happy to be here each and every day. So, for his zeal, compassion, work ethic, maturity, and the general positive disposition he carries himself with, a Spirit Award is proudly presented to this junior from Jersey City, Corey Greenfield."
True heroism lies in the sacrifices made behind the scenes, away from the limelight. This recipient, while being quiet on the outside, has many words to say on the inside. Anyone close to him understands his dedication to building interpersonal relationships, striving for more, and showing love and kindness to those around him. Through his dedication to the track team, Italian club, and Science National Honor Society, he exhibits all the required qualities to receive this prestigious award. One nominator wrote, "He just knows how to make others laugh. He makes everyone who knows him feel happy and included." From sports to academics, this candidate excels in all facets of his involvement at Grandin Warren. Those close to him describe this student as a friend to all and having an infectious personality. Although this recipient works primarily in silence, his presence and impact is always felt. Many athletes on the track team would describe this student as a leader on and off the track while being a role model to all. His track coach said, "Something so special about this candidate is that he failed so many times before he finally achieved his goal of running a sub-5-minute mile. Every time I think about his personality and his performance, the first word that comes to mind is determination." For these reasons and many more, we proudly present this Prep Spirit Award to the senior from Lodi, Dante Lamantea.